action.
Hey there guys, this is Danny with Patrick Adair Supplies, here with our March subscription box. As we've been watching the Olympics this last month, we just wanted to make a ring to commemorate the feelings and emotions that we've felt as we've watched it. And I'm really excited for this ring. It's going to be a fun one to make, and we're introducing a lot of cool new products with this. All right, let's go ahead and open up the box. So this month, we've got a couple interesting things. First off, we're going to be working with our uncolored aqua glow powder, which is just a really nice, vibrant glow. Then our Olympic blue opal. The Olympic blue opal is really cool. It's a nice, vibrant blue, but it gives off hues of red and yellow as it catches the light. So we just felt that that really helped play into the Olympic theme we were going for. And then we have our brand new gold-plated tungsten ring band that we're going to be working with this month. And then we have a Maui blue color pigment. This one's a really nice subtle blue when you mix it with the color pigment. So it's just going to help add a little bit of color to the ring if you choose to use it. Four different types of tungsten ring blanks that you can order are regular standard tungsten carbide, our gold-plated tungsten, rose gold plated, and then our black coated tungsten ring blanks. So they're just going to be adding a lot more different combinations that you can work with, and I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Our first step is to put electrical tape down on our ring mandrel. We're using electrical tape despite this being a tungsten based ring blank, just to help protect the gold plating as much as possible on the inside. Next, I'm going to use my medium CA adhesive and spread it throughout the inlay channel. I usually go in about thirds or quarters of the ring at a time, and I'll place the Olympic blue opal right on top of the medium CA, and then I'll lock it into place using the glow powder. After we finish the initial fill of our opal and the aqua glow powder, we're going to go ahead and fill each and every one of the crevices using our super thin CA adhesive and our aqua glow powder. We're just going to keep going around the ring until we fill it all the way up with our aqua glow powder. After I've gone all the way around with the medium CA adhesive, adding the opal and the glow powder, we're going to go ahead and fill in any gaps using our super thin CA adhesive and our glow powder. So we're just going to do that by wetting the ring down with a little bit of our super thin, just very slowly adding a couple drops, and then we're going to pour a little bit more of the glow powder on top. And we're just going to do that over and over again, making sure to saturate each layer until we've filled every gap in the ring blank. Next, we're going to start dremeling. I started with an 80 grit Dremel bit, and I just kind of leveled everything off. I didn't take everything flush with the ring blank because the 80 grit is a little rough on the gold plating. So I just got everything pretty flush, and then I switched to 120 grit sanding drum. You could use a higher grit one if you'd like. I felt comfortable with the 120. So I switched over to that grit of a sandpaper drum, and then I leveled everything off so that it was even with the ring blank. After that, I went ahead and used some 220 sandpaper just to do a quick sand, level everything off, and uncover any holes if there are any. After that, I went back through and filled each of the holes with the aqua glow powder. I did this by just pouring a little bit on the ring right above the hole and then using my finger to kind of push it down in there and wipe off the excess all in the same movement. And then I saturated and did a layer of our super thin CA adhesive all the way around the ring, just to lock in the glow powder that we just filled the holes with, and to just level everything off and make sure that we're finishing the ring with one even coat. That after we've allowed that layer of CA adhesive to cure, we're gonna go ahead and just hand sand everything flush. I start with 220 and then I work my way to 500, 1000. And as you're doing this, you just want to be extra careful since it is a gold plated ring. You don't want to sand too much because you can tarnish the gold plating and scratch it and cause the tungsten to show through a lot. It is very strong, but it's fairly easy to scratch off. So you just want to be really careful as you're going around, making sure that you're not sanding too long in each sandpaper grit. After I finished sanding with the 1000 grit sandpaper, I took my razor blade and I just scratched off any of the CA adhesive that got onto the bevels of the ring. I was being careful to maintain the same angle as the bevel, just to try my best as well to not scratch the gold plating. For this ring, I went ahead and polished with the Astrotech liquid polish. I used steps 1, 2, and 3. And I did this just to ensure that this ring had a really nice gleam and finish to it. I really love the look of the gold plating if it has a really nice polish on it. So that's why I used all 3 on this one. As well as with the uncolored glow pigment, you don't want to use a buffing wheel because it can cause some of the polish to get caught and discolor the glow powder. So I always use a liquid polish when I'm using an uncolored glow powder. All right, I think this ring is worthy of an Olympian. I really love the contrast between the gold-plated tungsten, the uncolored aqua glow powder, and the Olympic blue opal. The Olympic blue opal is really cool. It catches the light with some different hues of yellow and red, which really just evoke the colors and themes of the Olympics. So I think this one just captures it perfectly, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching.